guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and as you read by the title, today I'm going to be discussing my university journey with UJ. So just background information, I matriculated in 2021 and matric was not particularly easy for me because of the fact that we were facing some hardships at home financially, and also it was immediately post-matric, post-COVID. It was immediately post-COVID, and yeah, matric in general is not an easy year. So yeah, I did my matric in 2021. I was a leader, I was an RCL. That was also a contributing factor to the difficulties that I had in matric because of time management. I'm not the best candidate when it comes to time management or good time management, if you want. So matric was hard overall, but it was a very fun experience for me because I got to see myself grow up. I got to reflect on the journey that I took from grade 8 to matric, how I changed, and basically stepping into adulthood. So in matric, my plan or my initial idea of university was UCT. I did not even have UJ as an option for me because I did not want to be in Gauteng. I believe that change of environment helps you to grow as an individual. So I told myself that yeah, I'm going to Cape Town. I don't want to be anywhere near anyone that I know or anything that I'm familiar with. I just wanted a new scenario and stuff like that. So my plan when I was in matric was to go and study accounting, and there's a close family friend. I actually consider him my brother. He studied accounting, but he studied it at UJ. So when I was applying, when it was time to apply, for universities, I obviously applied for UCT only. It's like my thing is like you don't have to how can I say? You don't have to have plan B. You don't have to take plan B if you only have plan A. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if you only have one option, then you will do all that you can to ensure that that option is fulfilled. So my thing was, I'm only applying for UCT because I want to go to UCT, but then he's like, now you have to apply at UJ because UJ has the best program for accounting, especially since you want to be a chartered accountant. I wouldn't say I wanted to be a chartered accountant. He was studying the CA route, so he said that I must do it. I just wanted to be an accountant. Like I didn't even know what a chartered accountant was until I was in matric. So yeah, I applied at UJ because he said I must, but I applied at UCT because that's where I wanted to go, And then also another thing to remember or to keep in mind is that I was born in Zimbabwe and then I grew up here in South Africa. So applying for bursaries was it was very challenging because most of the bursaries that I wanted to apply for, they required you to have a South African ID. So because I don't have that, it made me not meet the minimum requirements. As much as my marks were good and everything is okay, the fact that you don't have a South African ID is just you understand? So I applied for multiple bursaries and scholarships, but most of them I didn't even meet the minimum requirements with regards to my residency or my citizenship. So I wasn't able to apply for most of them because of that aspect. So UCT has, I don't know if it still has it now, but like that time in 2021, it had a scholarship. It was called the MasterCard Scholarship, if I'm not mistaken. And if it's still there, I'm actually gonna link the link to that bursary or to that scholarship in the description box, in case you wanna apply for it or you know a friend that might be interested in it. That scholarship caters for foreign nationals that want to study at UCT. So one of the requirements I remember for that scholarship was to have either 7 distinctions or an APS score of 42. So I found out about this scholarship like in March when university applications started. So I knew that I have to matriculate at 7 distinctions, because if I don't, I'm not going to school, because there's no bursary that's gonna take me. And the bursaries for foreign nationals in South Africa or by South African companies are very like limited. I think I applied, like I qualified to apply less than 5 bursaries. You understand? So without the South African ID. So it was a thing of, I want to go to UCT. This is the scholarship or the bursary that's gonna allow for me to go there. So I need to make sure that I meet the requirement with regards to marks. And I'm a smart girl, you know, so I was just there like, yes, I want to get those 7 distinctions. So my goal throughout the year in matric was to get 7 distinctions, and that was another factor contributing to how difficult matric was, because I know I can get a distinction. I know I am smart enough to get 80s, you understand? But now I have to make sure I get it, you understand? It's one thing to know that you can do it, but like to ensure that it's done, it's another thing, you understand? So I wouldn't say that I would always get 7 distinctions, no, but I can confidently say that I got like 90% distinctions in all my subjects. Like, how can I, like, I've gotten a distinction in at least 90% of my subjects throughout my high school career, you understand? So I knew that I had the capability to do it, you understand? I know that I can get a distinction in maths, I can get a distinction in maths without a doubt. I can get a distinction in all these subjects except Afrikaans and English, because English was home language. But you know, I told myself, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. And Afrikaans, I wasn't really putting in that much effort, like from grade 8 to grade 11. But in matric, I was like, girl, this Afrikaans thing is not gonna be your downfall. So like, bro, I used to read Afrikaans novels. That's how deep it was. So yeah, guys, I was putting in like my whole heart. I would sleep like super late. I'm not a cross nighter. I don't do that. Even in university, I was not doing that. But like, I would sleep late. Like, I would sleep like at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you know, studying so that like I get these 7 distinctions. Okay, cool. So yeah, matric goes by, you know. It's also kind of sad because you're like, I'm gonna have these friends anymore, but it's also kind of nice because like you're not gonna be seeing the same people like every day anymore, you know. So yeah, matric finished end of 2021. I was happy because in my prelims I did super well. In IT, I got such a high mark, you know. In maths, my marks were one of the highest in the grade. So it was like, oh girl, you can do this, you know, you're ready to get those 7 distinctions. Guys, I was praying, I was fasting, and I was like, yeah, okay. December came, and then yeah, enjoying life because it's like, yeah, I'm done with school and stuff like that. And then January came when results initially come out. Okay, so my birthday, our results were coming out on the 21st of January. My birthday is on the 20th of January. I told myself that like, I'm not gonna not celebrate my birthday because tomorrow is results. There's nothing that I can do to, like right now, there's nothing that I can do to make sure that my results come out a certain way. So I was like, on the 20th, I'm not even gonna talk about my marks. Everyone that's coming, I had like a small birthday celebration with a few of my friends. Everyone that's coming, guys, we're not talking about marks, we're just gonna enjoy my birthday, you understand? Because even if I cry and sleep, and my marks are still coming out tomorrow, you know. So I'm gonna make sure that, you know what, I enjoy today. So I enjoyed my birthday, And yeah, people were posting on their statuses like, yo, matric results tomorrow, blah 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 blah. So the thing is, I don't know if they still do it, but you like register your number so that at midnight they send you like something about your results, how many distinctions you got. I didn't do that because I wanted to get my results at school, you understand? So I was like, yeah, at midnight I switched off my Wi-Fi. I was like, I'm not about to be hearing that this person got this many distinctions, blah 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 blah. I was a bit nervous about my results, not because I thought I failed. Okay, I kind of did think I failed. I don't know why. I guess it's just a weird thing, when your results are coming. I knew I didn't fail, but I thought I failed, and I was also just there like, oh, my 7 distinctions, I hope I actually got them. So in the morning when I wake up and I'm preparing to go to school to fetch my results, a friend of mine sends me a message and he's like, you got 2 distinctions. What? First of all, what do you mean I got 2 distinctions? How do you know how many distinctions I got? And I believed him because like me and him were super close, so he wouldn't lie to me, you understand? I'm just there like, I didn't ask him. I was thinking to myself like, how does he know I got 2 distinctions? But that wasn't the main focus. The main focus was I didn't get 7 distinctions. I'm not going to school next year or this year. I'm not going to school. I'm not going to university. My life is over, guys. I cried so much. I was just there like, God, you say that like if I pray and fast, I'm gonna get the things that I want. Now I got like, I didn't even get half. I didn't even get 3, or 4. I got 2 distinctions. I was so mad. I cried, and luckily I was home alone. You understand? Like I cried so hard, guys. Like I was just there like, I don't know what to do because I tried my best, I tried my best, and then I prayed, I fasted, and then now I got 2 distinctions. And then I think that was the longest I've ever cried, like in my late teenage years. I've never cried so long. I think I cried for like 20 minutes straight. Like I was so mad because I was just there like, what is this? My life is over, But then yeah, I had to get up and prepare and we'll get my results. And then when I got to school, the teacher was like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Like my matric year, not a lot of people got a lot of distinctions. I think the highest distinction was 3 or 4, Yeah, so the teachers are just there like, yeah, you got one of the most distinctions in the grade, and like they're just so happy, like, yo, you're going far in life. And I'm just there like, in my heart, I'm just there like, bruh, it's over for me, But like, I was just happy with them, and I also just told myself like, just be grateful for what you got, It's okay. And like we went to celebrate with my friends, and it was an okay thing, but like at the back of my head I'm just thinking like, what's gonna happen with my life now? Like, what's gonna happen? So UCT didn't get back to me. They ghosted me. They didn't say anything. They didn't reject me. They just kept quiet till today. It was like 3 years later. UCT never said anything to me. And then a few days after matric results came out, UJ sent me an email like, oh girl, congratulations, you've been accepted for bachelor's in accounting. And I'm just there like, oh, okay. Because I was just there like, there's nothing that I can do, because I know that my mom can't afford for me to go to school, So I was just there like, it's fine, thanks. And then one of the close people to me told me about the UJSRC fund, which funds registration, and I was just there like, oh my word, God will raise people so that you can go to school, or so that your dreams are accomplished, So yeah, the UJSRC trust fund, I applied for it. When you're applying for it, they basically just need your your parents' proof of income, I think, and then obviously identification documents. But I'll just I'll put the link in the description box in case you might need it, or are interested in applying for it, or know someone that might be interested in applying for it. That's what helped me to register for my first year in 2022. And yeah, guys, if you're an international student, you need to pay 40% of your fees upfront before you register. So, okay, registration fee out of the way. Now I must pay 40% of my fees, and the fees was like 60 something thousand. So you can just do the maths. You can just do the maths. You need to pay 40%. No, that time it was 30%. Now it's 40%. That time it was 30%. I was just there like, oh God, do you want me to go to school or not? Because these challenges are just too many, you know. And then yeah, family, friends, close people to my mom and I, they helped out, and then I went to school. First year, 2022, it was very exciting. I was like, I'm going to university. I was excited because it was like, you know what, I might have not went to the best university in South Africa, but I'm going to the best university in accounting, and that's better. That's better. I'm not consoling myself, it's fact. So I started my BAcc, bachelor's in accounting, in 2022. It was very exciting. Yeah, I had a roommate. I was staying on campus, so I had the craziest roommate. She was so evil. She was very evil. I remember before I moved in, I was just asking, like, at the rest offices, like, can I please get my own room, because I really don't wanna share. But I think first years get sharing rooms. And I just got the worst person on earth, guys. She was so evil. I'm so sorry, girl. You were so evil. And I'll be just there like, God, like, how many challenges can I face in my life? But I didn't pay attention to her, you know. It was just that thing of, you know what, if you wanna be evil, be evil. I'm enjoying my first year. So first year was very challenging as well, because it was like, you're no longer staying with your mom, because my mom cooks for me, guys. Like, I don't cook. Okay, I do cook, but I don't. You know, my mom cooks for me, and I feel like that was the most challenging thing about staying at rest for me personally, cooking, because the school work is a lot, and I can't be like from class and I have to go cook. No. So that was the most challenging thing for me with regards to moving from home to like rest. But other than that, academics was so hard, you know. I remember in first semester I was doing maths, and like in high school I was like, I loved maths. Like, maths was me, maths was life, you know. I was like, in my head I was just there like, girl, like, maths is nothing to me. Like, a distinction in maths, that's easy stuff, you know. But now in first year it was business mathematics. It was so hard, guys. I remember I once got 0 for one of the quizzes. I was so shocked, because it's like, what do you mean I got 0? Maths was so hard. My second semester was better. I was doing law. I really enjoyed the modules, although they were hard, because like the way of learning, just everything with regards to just a normal school. It's not like high school, it's like university, you know. So the way that you study, the way that you structure your studying is just different, you know. So yeah, that was challenging, changing my studying styles and my time management and stuff like that. That was very difficult. But the experience of not being at home, not being told what to do, not being told that you must come home at this time. Although I didn't have a life in first year, simply because the course is just demanding. Like, I'm always studying. If I'm not studying, I'm cooking for the week. I'll cook on Sundays, and then I eat that food until like Friday, and then on Saturdays I'll buy myself takeaway. Yeah, so, or I would also do community service. That was so nice. Community engagement, I enjoyed that. That was my escape. It's like, because I didn't have a church there, or I hadn't found a church yet in first year. So if I'm not studying, I'm not at the library, because I was never in my room, because that girl, she's crazy, you know. I don't want to be around her. So I was always at the library. Like, I would be at the library until 10 when it closes, and I go and sleep, you know. Yeah, so yeah, if I'm not at the library, I'm in class. If I'm not in class, what's this thing? I'm at community service. If I'm not there, I'm at home. I'd always be at home, you know. So yeah, I'd always come back home because I'm not comfortable in the room that I'm staying in. So if I don't need to be at school, I'm definitely not gonna be at that room, you know. But the rest culture and stuff, I didn't participate too much in it, but I did. If you don't want to participate in it, don't. You know, it's not the end of the world, you know. So yeah, first year was it was mind opening. Yeah, I got to experience and I got to meet new people, you know. Although I didn't make friends. I think I made like 2-3 friends, you know. But guys, please make friends in your first year. You need friends, you need people and stuff. But yeah, I was on this journey of self-discovery and stuff. So I was just there like, bruh, if like you boring me, no. I was not looking for friends, to be honest. In first year I was not looking for friends. I was just trying to understand who I am outside of high school, who I am outside of my normal friends. So it was very, I was not focused on friends. But please do make sure that you make friends. You go out, if you go out, but you attend these events from university, from UJ. UJ has a lot of events. Like if I attended every event, I wouldn't study. They always have events, but please make sure that you do also, yeah, play sports and nice things like that. So yeah, that was 2022. And then at the end of the year, if your fees is not paid, you don't get your exam results, right? So now you have to remember, for me to go to school initially, it was a miracle, you know, a very, very big financial miracle. And now it's November, everyone's going back home, and my fees is not paid, so I don't know my exam results. But I wasn't stressed about it because what I learned in 2022 is that God will provide. If this thing is yours, God will provide. In the Bible, it's written that He is the God. In Proverbs, it's written, riches and honor belong to me. So everything, like all the gold He created, you understand, money is nothing to God. So that's what I learned in 2022. So even when I couldn't see my exam results, I knew that there's a reason, and I'll see them when it's time, you know. So there was a time where in December I was sitting with my uncle. I visited him, and he's just there like, girl, what's gonna happen next year? Because you're saying your fees is not paid, you don't even know what your results are. And I'm just there like, I don't know. And we're actually planning on me going to study at UK and stuff like that, because there's a lot of scholarships for Zimbabweans that want to study at UK and abroad. So he's just there like, why don't you try that? And I'm just there like, yeah, you know, why not, you know. And then he's like, yeah, but you must send me your fee statement so that I can see like if I can help or whatever. And I'm just there like, okay. So when I got back home, I checked my fee statement. I remember it was the 22nd of December. I wanted to check it on my laptop. I don't know why, because I can do it on my phone. But yeah, when I got back home on the 22nd of December, I'm checking my fee statement, and it's saying 0. And I'm just there like, what? What do you mean it's 0? Because like, who paid? Because the balancing figure was like 80 something thousand. Yeah, it was 80 something thousand. I was like, yeah. Okay, and then I thought it was a mistake, because no one told me that they're paying my fees, and definitely there's no bursary that I had, you get. So I was just like, okay, let me check my results, because my results were not showing. It was just like XX because the fees is pending, you know. So I checked my results, I can see my results. I'm like, what is going on right now? And then I refreshed, because like maybe it's a mistake, you understand. I refresh the web page, and then it's still 0. I can see my results. Yo guys, I started crying, I started praying like, God, what do you mean you paid my fees? You know, I was so excited because I was just there like, what? I'm going back to school next year. So yeah, I cried and cried and cried. I was just there like, God, thank you so much. And that faith that I had, I was reminded that, you know what, God really is a provider, you know. And if he wants something to be done. No finances, no financial situation, no ID or whatever is gonna stop you. You understand? Because I remember during the year I did get 50% of my fees paid, but this is 50% of like school fees, not race accommodation. You understand? Because of my matric results. My matric results were good, guys. It's just that I got a 5 in English, so I didn't qualify for this UJ orange carpet. UJ orange carpet, the one, yeah, they give you money and nice things like that. But the rest was 6s and 7s. So UJ paid 50% of my academic school fees. And I didn't even know about that 50% thing, you understand? So during the year, that's what I knew, that I just saw it on my statement that okay, they paid this, you understand? So after what's this thing? After I saw that my balance is 0, after I prayed, I told my mom, oh, she was so happy, like, oh, God is so good. And then I just sent like a screenshot to my brother, the one that I'm telling you, he studied at UJ. I sent him a screenshot. I was like, do they ever do this? Is this like a prank? You know? And it's just they're like, no, it's for real. And I was just like, oh my word, I'm going to second year. So yeah, that's December 2022, 2023. We're coming back for second year. Pow pow. You know, yeah, second year is going to be interesting. I heard some interesting stuff, and now because I have adjusted and I now know which study methods work for me, although I'm still exploring other different types of study methods, I now know which type of study methods work for me. So second year is gonna be better. That's what I assumed. I'm going to have fun, you know, I'm gonna have time to actually make friends now, because now I think I was now getting a bit lonely. You know, because I'm experiencing all these good things, but then yeah, I don't have anyone to share it with and stuff. But I did have a friend. I think we started being close like towards the end of first year, but I wanted like to make more friends, you know, just so that I'm not limited, you know, to like one person at university. So but I think making friends at university is like it's a difficult thing. I always see people on the internet or on TikTok and stuff, they do talk about like how they can make friends. So I guess it's not a strange thing, but yeah, please make sure that you try your best to make friends. You need people, you can't be alone at university. So 2023 second year at race, I was what is it called, 2 minutes. Let me quickly think about it, but it's basically like a mentor. I was a mentor, and yeah guys, I was excited, like, yeah, I'm gonna be a mentor this year, you know, I'm gonna help first years to adjust. I'm gonna tell them that if you have a crappy roommate, this is what you must do, you know, stuff like that. I was very excited, also academic wise, you know, growing stuff. So first year, or the first couple of months of second year, did I just say first year? Second year. Second year, it was very nice because like I have activities to do at race, you know, and at school, on the academic side, I had, how many modules did I have? A lot. There were lots. I remember, I think there were 6. Yo, guys, it was so hard. Second year was worse than first year because I had more modules, you understand? But, and if I compare the workload, it was like, it had doubled. So it was just like the workload in one module is doubled, and now I have more modules. So it was very, very hard juggling the adjustment from, I think, 4 modules to 6 in one semester. And then at rest, I'm having drama with the leadership there, you know. That was so crazy, but like, I don't want to go into that. But yeah, I ended up quitting as being a mentor. And I remember this one friend of mine is like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? These people are adding to my mental health problems. They're giving me stress, and school is already giving me stress. I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing this. I think I quit within 1 month or 2 months of doing that whole leadership thing. But the first years were lovely, you know. And the ones that I kept in contact with, I was able to groom or mentor them in the way that I tried to. And yeah, second year was very interesting. Second semester came. Now I had 5 modules, but guys, I didn't have a life again. And this time I couldn't even do community service because the workload was crazy. I was getting crazy marks. It was just hard. Second year was hard. It was just hard, you know. It took, like, guys, I was just, oh, and I had such a beautiful room. I had a single room, so that was nice, not having roommate problems. I wasn't at the library as much because now I had my own room that I can just study in there. But like, if I was not eating or sleeping, I was studying. And that's how hectic second year was. It took all of my life and my time. I barely had time to come home, but also I think I had now adjusted to the fact that I'm in university, so coming home was not so, I wouldn't say exciting, but it was not so necessary anymore. I feel like also in first year, what made me go home a lot was because I'm still adjusting, you know, so I'm comfortable at home. But now it was just that thing of, oh girl, you're a grown up now, you can stay by yourself, you know. So I wasn't coming home as much. And yeah, second year was very, it was interesting as well. But it was very challenging academically. And the way that it challenged me academically made me grow as a person, because even when I came home at the end of the year last year, I could see that I have changed so much. And I can't say it's because of my social surroundings, because I broke up with my friend, the one friend that I had, oh my word, the one friend that I had, I broke up with her, and it was that thing of I was back to being alone, you know. So I can't say my growth, I can be grateful for it because of my social surroundings, because I was fighting with people at race, because of this whole mentorship thing. And then this one friend that I had, I broke up with her, you understand. So in class I did have people that I spoke to, but it wasn't like friends like that, you understand. So I could see that a lot of my growth was thanks to second year academically, because as much as I'm learning new information and stuff, the way that I'm learning it, the way that I'm taking it in, it's just making my brain, or making me use different parts of my brain that I didn't know existed, you know. So it made me grow a lot. So I loved second year. I loved the modules. There was informatics, it's like IT, coding and stuff. It was very interesting. Guys, if you don't know what course to do and you want something that's gonna take your life and your time, do BAcc at UJ. You won't have a life, literally, you won't. So second year, I finished second year last year in 2023. And I was invited, I was in the top 35, I think, for one of the modules, for a dinner by KPMG. It was so nice, we dressed up, you know, yeah, nice things. So guys, if you do well at UJ or in the accounting department, I don't know the other ones, like, they do reward you, especially the companies that sponsor like projects and stuff. But also UJ, like, if you're in the top 10, I remember in first year I was in the top 10 for something. UJ gave me a gift. They gave me AirPods, the ones that I use now, AirPods, socks, a ring light, as well, a ring light, nice things. So yeah, do well in university or at UJ and they will reward you without a doubt. So I finished my second year and then I came back home in November, and I can see that, okay, my fees is not paid again, you know. And the way that I got to register for second year was also through the UJ SRC trust fund. And I was able to apply for a bursary. It's like a bursary for international students by International House at UJ, and then that paid like 30,000 off my fees, you understand. So yeah, the 30% that I needed to pay upfront was covered by that 30,000. I hope that makes sense. So that bursary, you can only apply for it like for second in third year, I think. You can't apply for it in first year because they don't have academic record of yours. So they do it based on your results, so your academic results from the previous year. You need to have 50% distinctions in 50% of your modules. So if you have 6 modules, you need to have distinctions in 3, and I got that. So first year, yeah, as much as it was hard, I got like 3 distinctions. So yeah, smart girl, this one. Yeah. So yeah, I finished my second year, and then yeah, same situation. There's pending fees. I'm not gonna get my exam results, right? So I'm just there like, okay, there's 2 options. I can either stress about it throughout November, December, and not enjoy my holiday, or I can just trust God. The same way I trusted God, at the end of second year. So I was like, you know what? I'm not stressing. I refuse to stress. You understand? Like in my heart, there was nothing of, you might not go back to school, but it's the thing of, you know what? I have to trust God, because God has brought me this far. Like, no one has been doing anything except God. God has been raising people. God has been pulling strings for me, you understand? And there's literally nothing that I can do. Even if I tried to work, if I started working at the beginning of November until January, because you need to what's this thing, you register for university in Feb. Even if I work these 3 months, what job can I work that's gonna give me the pending fees, you understand? So there's nothing that I can do, you understand? Let me focus on me and trust God to do the most. So yeah, I'm trusting God, enjoying December, enjoying November, enjoying January, my birthday, it was nice. Turning 20, so yeah, that was fun. Now, you just start sending emails. Yeah, guys, register. My fees is still pending. Guys, it was crazy. January was so crazy. This year, I'm just like, oh God, what's going on now? Because I can't register, because I still have pending fees, you understand? And January passed, and I'm just there like, God, if you don't do anything, I'm not gonna go back to school. That's just facts, you understand? I'm just praying and believing God, and registration closes on the 14th, I think 14th of February, 13th February. My sister, the fees is still not yet paid. There's nothing that I can do, you understand? 14th February at 5, I'm checking my statement, the fees is still not yet paid. Okay, now it's half of the fees has been paid, half is not. I'm not going back to school. I'm supposed to graduate this year. I'm not going back to school. And then they extend the registration period. Okay, I'm still waiting for God to do something, because even if they extend it, when am I gonna get the other half that's left? You understand? Yeah, they extended it for another week. They extended it for like 2 or 3 weeks. Guys, I'm just sitting there like, oh God. God, you have to come through for me, because if you don't, no one will. And eventually they closed registration. So this year I was supposed to do my 3rd year in bachelor's in accounting, and unfortunately I didn't go back to school because the fees was not paid, you understand? But I don't think I was angry at God. I don't think it's an emotion that makes sense for me to have, you understand? Not because I'll be ungrateful or anything like that, but because I have seen him provide for me, you understand? Provide amounts of money that I have never seen in my life, you understand? I was confused and disappointed, yes, because I'm supposed to graduate next year, you understand? And it's that thing of, I have already went for 2 years. Why can't I go for the final one, even if I don't get to BAcc, essay, or to do my honors or whatever? Can't I just graduate, God? But because I know that I I pay offering, I do pay my tithes, you know. It doesn't make biblical sense for God to bring me this far and leave me here. So I was just there like, okay, for the month of March, I'm not gonna do anything. It's like the Holy Spirit was just telling me that, girl, take a break. Take a break, because I was just like, what now? You know, I am like, school is me. I am school. If I'm not at school, what am I gonna be doing? You know. But I prayed and I believe that God, this is part of God's plan for my life. So if you know anybody that might get some sort of motivation from this video, please do make sure you share it with them. But God has a plan for everyone, and it might not always look like how we personally planned for it, but it's definitely the way that He planned for it to go. So it's heartbreaking that I'm not going back to school this year, but I don't know, maybe I'm gonna go back next year, maybe not. But for now, I am a YouTuber and I'm gonna enjoy this year, you know. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share my story and encourage a Christian out there that, you know, sometimes things do not go the way that you thought they should have went. Because now I'm not going back to school, but God did make a plan and a way for me to do first year and second year. You understand? So whatever reason it is that I'm not going back to school, God knows, because actually I don't know why I'm not going back to school. I don't know. You understand? So whatever reason it is, God knows. And I think it's very important to embrace wherever you are, you know. Because even if I sulk, I'm not going back to school. End of the story, full stop. I'm not going back to school this year. So I would rather embrace this year and me not going back to school than to be just there like, bruh, I'm depressed. You know, I'm depressed and sad and my life is over. No, it's not. This is just the beginning. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening to my story. Please do let me know what you think about the story. Do you think I should cry to God and be like, God, make a way, you know, or I should just continue to trust God, you know? What do you think? Yeah, guys, I love you guys and thank you for watching.